The silent power of presence is one of the strongest signals of male attractiveness because it's something you don't consciously create, it naturally radiates from you. People feel it before they even understand why. When you walk into a room, there's a shift in the atmosphere, a kind of subtle alertness from others. They notice you even if they pretend not to. This doesn't come from loud behavior, flashy clothes, or showing off. It comes from grounded energy, the way you stand, the steadiness in your shoulders, the calmness in your breathing, and the natural confidence in how you move. Attractive men don't rush, and they don't fidget. Their pace is controlled, almost intentional, making people feel like they're in the presence of someone who knows who he is. Your presence also communicates a sense of inner stability that others pick up on instantly. People feel safer around men who seem comfortable in their own skin. They gravitate toward that energy because it's rare. Most people project insecurity, anxiety, or the need to impress. But when you're genuinely comfortable just existing, without forcing attention, that comfort becomes magnetic. It gives off the impression that you have control over yourself, your emotions, and your environment. This alone makes you stand out. Another element of strong presence is the way you listen. Attractive men don't react immediately or speak unnecessarily. They observe, take in the environment, and respond only when needed. This creates a sense of mystery and maturity that others interpret as confidence. Even your silence becomes meaningful. People start wondering about your thoughts, your story, your intentions. They try to decode you. And the more they try, the more your presence grows. Without saying a word, you draw attention simply by existing with purpose, calmness, and quiet strength. Effortless eye contact is one of the strongest indicators of natural male attractiveness because it communicates confidence without saying a single word. When you look at someone not in a forced, intense way, but with relaxed awareness, people feel it instantly. Your gaze carries a kind of calm steadiness, and that alone can make others feel drawn toward you. It's not about staring or trying to dominate. It's about being present enough to hold someone's eyes for a moment longer than most men do. Attractive men have a way of making eye contact that feels grounded, warm, and controlled. It shows that you're not afraid of connection, and you're not intimidated by the moment. Women especially notice this because most men either avoid eye contact due to insecurity or overdo it out of desperation. Your balanced, effortless gaze sets you apart. Charisma comes through your expressions as well, the way you smile slightly without forcing it, the way your eyes soften when you're listening, or how they sharpen when something catches your interest. These micro-expressions make people feel like you're truly tuned into the moment, not just going through social motions. When you're attractive, your facial expressions carry more weight. A small smirk can spark curiosity. A raised eyebrow can make someone feel noticed. And a simple look can create tension, excitement, or comfort depending on the situation. People also react physically to your eye contact. They might blush, look away quickly, or smile without meaning to. Women may tuck their hair, adjust their clothes, or look down because your gaze makes them suddenly self-aware in a good way. Even men respond with respect or heightened alertness. Your charisma works on a subconscious level, your eyes communicate presence, intention, and confidence. And when your gaze connects naturally, without trying too hard, it becomes one of the most magnetic things about you. One of the clearest signs you're a highly attractive man is how women naturally mirror your energy without even realizing they're doing it. It's a subconscious reaction, something built into human psychology. When a woman finds a man attractive, her body language often syncs with his, the way he stands, the way he talks, even the rhythm of his movements. If you're calm, she becomes calmer. If you're playful, she becomes more playful. If you're confident, she naturally softens and becomes more open. It's not something you force, it's simply how your presence affects her. She becomes more aware of herself around you, how she's speaking, how she's acting, and how she's presenting herself. This shift in her energy isn't random, it's a direct response to how she perceives you. You'll notice small things first. She might start adjusting her hair, touching her neck, or fixing her clothes when you're near. These aren't conscious decisions, they're instinctual reactions to attraction. She wants to look her best without openly admitting it. She may also lean closer, match your tone, or position her body toward you even when others are around. Her voice may become softer or slightly higher. She might laugh more easily, even at things that aren't especially funny. These are all signs that your presence activates something in her, a mix of interest, nerves, and excitement. Another strong indicator is when she reflects your emotional vibe. If you're relaxed, she relaxes. If you become serious, she becomes more attentive. If you're confident but gentle, she becomes warm and receptive. Women rarely mirror men they're not attracted to. This mirroring is a subtle but powerful acknowledgement of your impact. It shows that your energy is strong enough to influence her mood, behavior, and reactions. And the more balanced and grounded your energy is, the more she subconsciously aligns herself with it, revealing just how magnetic she finds you. One of the most overlooked signs of being a highly attractive man is the way other men treat you. Respect comes to you without you demanding it. You don't have to posture, raise your voice, or try to prove anything. Men simply sense something about you, your confidence, your composure, your self-control, and they respond to it. In social situations, they tend to listen when you speak, even if you're not trying to dominate the conversation. When you're in a group, your opinions carry more weight, not because you're louder, but because your presence makes people consider your words more seriously. This quiet influence separates you from men who rely on aggression or noise to be heard. You'll also notice that other men often show subtle signs of wanting your approval or trying to match your level. They might adjust their behavior when you join the conversation, stand straighter, or rewrite their tone to appear more confident or more aligned with your vibe. Some men may even become competitive around you, cracking more jokes, acting tougher, or trying to take up more space. This isn't random. It's a reaction to your natural dominance and attractiveness. They recognize you as someone who stands out, and that can trigger a mix of admiration and rivalry. At the same time, some men show you immediate respect by giving you space, acknowledging your presence with a nod, or treating you with an unspoken sense of equality. Attractive men create a shift in the social hierarchy without effort. Others can tell that you're secure and grounded, and that alone earns their respect. You don't need to assert control, it's felt automatically. The way men respond to you, whether through subtle deference, increased politeness, or competitive behavior, reveals how they perceive your strength and value. Their reactions form a quiet confirmation that you carry an energy other men instinctively recognize and respect. One of the strongest signs you're a highly attractive man is that you don't need loud or extravagant style to look good. Your attractiveness doesn't depend on flashy outfits, designer labels, or excessive accessories. Instead, the simplest clothing tends to look better on you than others. A plain t-shirt, fitted jeans, or a clean hoodie somehow becomes more impactful because your natural features carry the look. Your posture, body proportions, grooming, and overall aura do more for your appearance than anything you wear. People often assume you put in a lot of effort, when in reality, your style is clean, minimal, and effortless. What truly enhances your appearance is your attention to the basics. Your clothes fit well, sit right on your shoulders, and complement your frame. Your grooming is consistent, whether it's your haircut, your facial hair, or your skincare. These small details create a polished look that communicates self-respect. Women notice these things instantly. They may not comment on it, but they pick up on the freshness of your haircut, the neatness of your beard, or the natural confidence in how you carry yourself. Attractive men don't need extravagance, the basics highlight their features more effectively than anything else. Another part of your appeal is that you don't use style to seek attention. Instead, your presence makes people pay attention to whatever you wear. That subtle confidence becomes magnetic. You walk with a calm, measured self-assurance that makes even simple clothing appear intentional. Your style reflects your personality, clean, controlled, and quietly confident. People admire men who don't rely on brand names or trends to look attractive. Your simplicity becomes a statement of strength. And the more effortlessly you present yourself, the more others recognize your natural attractiveness, proving that true style isn't loud, it's aligned with who you are. One of the most telling signs of a highly attractive man is how people assume you're confident even when you're completely quiet. You don't have to speak loudly, dominate conversations, or show off to get noticed. Your silence is powerful on its own. When you're not talking, people don't mistake it for insecurity, they interpret it as calmness, control, or mystery. This is because your body language, facial expressions, and overall presence communicate a sense of confidence that doesn't require words. You appear grounded and composed, and that gives others the impression that you know who you are and don't feel the need to prove anything. When you enter a room, you don't rush to speak. You observe, you feel out the environment, and you stay centered. People respect that. They start to wonder what you're thinking, what your story is, and why you carry yourself the way you do. Your quietness becomes a magnet for curiosity. Women especially find this appealing not because you're trying to be mysterious, but because your natural stillness creates an aura that makes them want to know more. They may even feel a little nervous around you, wondering what you're noticing or how you're perceiving them. Even men react to your quiet confidence. They may step back, lower their tone, or give you space without understanding why. Some may try to impress you or draw you into conversation, hoping to earn your acknowledgement. Your silence sets the tone. You don't chase attention, yet attention naturally gravitates toward you. Attractive men don't need to fill every moment with words, their presence speaks louder. Your quietness, instead of being seen as withdrawal, is read as strength, strength of mind, strength of character, and strength of self-control. This unspoken power becomes one of the clearest indicators of the confidence people believe you possess. One of the most obvious but rarely discussed signs that you're a highly attractive man is the way people treat you better without you asking for it. Strangers become unexpectedly polite, service workers go out of their way to assist you, and people generally respond to you with more enthusiasm and warmth. It's not because you demand special treatment, it's because your presence naturally influences how others behave. Attractive men often notice that people smile more when speaking to them, maintain friendlier tones, or show more patience even in situations where most individuals would get rushed or ignored. This elevated treatment is subtle, but consistent, and it reveals how others perceive your value the moment they interact with you. You might also find that people are more willing to help you. Whether you ask for directions, request assistance, or need clarification, you get positive responses more frequently than others. Women especially tend to be more accommodating, offering help quickly or showing a surprising amount of attentiveness. They might hold eye contact longer, act more cheerful, or put effort into the interaction, all because your attractiveness makes the exchange more rewarding for them. Even when you make mistakes or seem unsure, people give you the benefit of the doubt. They assume good intentions because your presence makes them feel comfortable rather than threatened. In social environments, this treatment becomes even more noticeable. You're more likely to be invited into conversations, offered seats, handed opportunities, or included in plans. People want you around because your energy elevates the atmosphere. They respond positively, sometimes without even realizing why. Attractive men carry a kind of social halo effect. Others project positive qualities onto you simply because of how you look, move, or present yourself. This unspoken privilege isn't something you brag about, it just happens. And the more consistently it happens, the clearer it becomes that your attractiveness influences the world around you in powerful, effortless ways. Another strong sign that you're a highly attractive man is how easily social doors open for you, even when you're not actively trying to be social. People are naturally drawn to your presence. They invite you into conversations, include you in group activities, and show genuine interest in getting to know you. You don't have to push your way into social circles, the circles open on their own. Your combination of confidence, calmness, and physical appeal makes others feel that having you around instantly upgrades the mood, energy, and overall experience. Even in new environments, people instinctively position themselves near you, hoping to create a connection or start a conversation. You might notice that people introduce you to their friends more quickly, or they mention your name in group settings even when you're not present. This is because attractive men are memorable. You leave a strong first impression, and that impression encourages people to pull you deeper into their social networks. Women might invite you to events or gatherings under the excuse of wanting more people to join, when the truth is they want you specifically. Men, on the other hand, may show admiration, friendliness, or even a bit of competitiveness, but they still acknowledge your presence by making space for you in the group. Another sign is how easily conversations flow around you. People tend to be more open, more expressive, and more eager to share when you're listening. Your presence makes them feel validated and heard, even if you're not doing much talking. Attractive men often become the unspoken center of social moments without trying. Your reactions matter, your opinions shape the direction of conversations, and your energy influences the tone of the group. This natural social acceptance shows that your attractiveness isn't limited to physical looks, it affects how people behave. You become someone others want to include, someone they feel proud to be associated with, someone they enjoy having in their circle. Your presence alone makes social environments more dynamic, more engaging, and more memorable. One of the most powerful signs you're a highly attractive man is the way your presence lingers in people's minds long after you've left. You don't have to say much or stay long, the impression you leave naturally sticks with others. People remember your expressions, the tone of your voice, the way you carried yourself, or even the calmness you brought to the room. Attractive men have a way of making moments feel more meaningful, even when the interaction is brief. Someone might meet you once and find themselves thinking about you hours or days later, replaying the conversation or wondering what kind of person you are. This lasting impact isn't created intentionally, it happens because your presence strikes a deeper chord. Women especially tend to remember you more vividly. They might think about your smile, the way you made eye contact, or how you made them feel during a short exchange. Even if you didn't flirt or show overt interest, something about your energy stands out. It could be your confidence, your quietness, or your subtle charisma. She may find herself comparing other men to you without meaning to. She may bring you up in conversations with her friends, or you might cross her mind during quiet moments. This is one of the clearest indicators of attraction, when you remain a mental reference point even when you're not around. Men, too, remember you, but in a different way. They may recall how you carried yourself, how you spoke, or the respect you naturally commanded. They may talk about you when discussing leadership, confidence, or presence. Some might view you as a benchmark, someone they unconsciously measure themselves against. Your presence lingers because it's authentic. It's not loud, exaggerated, or forced. You leave an impression simply by being fully grounded, confident, and self-assured. When people continue to think about you, talk about you, or feel your energy even in your absence, it shows that your attractiveness isn't just seen, it's felt on a deeper level.